maybe you say it's not the most effective way to educate your child. Maybe some parents fear inadequacy. I hear a lot about these homeschool co-ops where we have families get together and kind of, I don't know, work in that almost farmers market kind of model of like, well, I produce some of these things. Well, I'm pretty good at producing these things. Why don't we just share? I mean, isn't that an effective way to make sure that we get enough social capital deposited to the next generation?
So I'll say a couple of things about that. The first one would be that the difference between a co-op and a school, one of the differences is that within a school, you have families and students, parents, teachers, administrators who all come together, who deposit their gifts and abilities and capital, if you will, into the institution.
Hmm.
And it has a multiplying effect so that, you know, rather than me teaching my child at home, I'm now depositing my gifts into this institution and multiple people are benefiting from it today. And also 15 years from now, what I have given to this institution is still there in a sense. It has helped to shape and preserve this institution that is there for the next generation as well. So even though in 15 years I might be gone, there's still my imprint on this institution. And so when you have all of these people coming together, depositing their skills and abilities in an institution, there's a multiplying effect in the current time, but then over time, there's a multiplying effect as well. Because, if you say you go to a university that was founded in, the early 1900s, you're benefiting from 100 years of academic pursuit and tradition and all of these things. Whereas if you go to a university that was established yesterday,
Hmm.
there's a difference between the two.
Yeah.
Right? It's difficult to describe, but it's palpable, the difference between them.
People talk about the alma mater. They
Right?
reference the
Yeah.
institution. This is where I'm from. There is almost that semblance of that paideia. This is
Mhm.
the people, the community that I identify myself with. There's lesson plans. There's history of fields of study and
Mhm.
shared trains of thought that all tie together to create a movement.
Mhm.
And you're saying it's better to do that daily as opposed to once a week.
So I'm saying a couple of things. The first thing I'm saying is that a homeschool co-op doesn't do that because in 15 years, all the people from the homeschool co-op aren't going to be there anymore.
Hmm.
And the co-op in name could be there. There's different people and different stuff. There's no traditions that they've started and are passing down. Like it's not an institution in that sense. It's a group of people who got together because they had common interests.
Yeah.
An institution is something more than that. That's the first thing I'm saying. The second thing that I'm saying is that, you know, the objective of a co-op is going to be different from the objective of an institution. And that the objective of the co-op is, well, I need my kid to learn physics. And I don't know anything about physics. So I'm going to have Mr. Jones come and help teach the kids physics. Okay, great. Your kid's going to learn physics. All right. But the objective of the institution is to make sure that your society and civilization looks a certain way 100 years from now.
Because of its understanding of physics.
Because of its understanding of physics. So we want the kids to learn physics. Yeah, of course, absolutely. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. And it's extremely difficult to do that in a homeschool co-op setting that meets once a week or even twice a week. It becomes a much more individualized where the families are coming because they need something that the co-op can give them, right? It's like a farmer's market. I've got a bunch of peas and carrots, but I need some corn.
Right.
So I come to the farmer's market and I trade some of my peas and carrots and I get some corn. And then I go off back to whatever I was doing before. Where the institution model is everybody comes together and they say, okay, what's the best way to farm all of this land?
Yeah.
Right. And they farm it together and they build a life together and traditions and values and they all of those common experience and isn't that they go through.
Yeah, and the first scenario, right, that the farms survive, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
The second scenario, the farms thrive.
Yes.
The farms come together in a unique way, and it seems to me that unique perspective, that's the way great cathedrals get built.
Hmm.
That's the way beautiful cities take place. That's the way that we get to participate in subcreation and generation of beauty in honor of our God. That's the way Western civilization thrives.